Hi, my name is Chris Kavaliunas. First off, I know time is a precious commodity, so thank you for spending some time with me today. I'm a DNP student at McKendree University and the clinical nurse manager of the ENT plastic surgery floor. As identified by Gwymond 2016, I've invited the key players in the capital planning process. I welcome the Chief Nursing Officer, Director of Supply Chain, Director of Finance, Director of Clinical Engineering, Director of Information Technology, Director of Facilities Engineering, and my supervisor, the Director of Surgical Services. As the key stakeholders at my hospital, I'm presenting to you the need for new nurse servers with adjustable procedure tables to be purchased for all 17 rooms and utilized for the care of the 24 patient beds in these mixed-use, semi-private, and private rooms. As you are aware, we recently were able to move to this larger and updated space. Unfortunately, when the floor was vacant, the procedure tables in each room were removed and unable to be found. As established by Waxman 2018, the monetary output of this equipment will classify this purchase as a capital expenditure. Through the course of this 20-minute presentation, we have four main objectives. The first objective is to describe the capital budget process employing the 3F financial model. That includes finances, fit, and feasibility. The second objective is to identify the costs and benefits associated with this capital purchase. Third, demonstrate the alignment of this purchase with the hospital mission statement. And finally, illustrate the financial benefits of making this capital purchase. The 3F financial framework consists of three elements: finances, fit, and feasibility. Within the finance section of the 3F framework, Waxman 2018 lists the key components: pro forma income statements, projected capital expenses with anticipated cash burn, and projected valuation analysis. The pro forma income statement would forecast revenues, expenses, and profits and/or losses. The projected capital expenses represent the equipment and incidental charges for installation. The cash burn are expenses realized prior to bringing in income. A capital expense is any amount of $1,000 or more. After the initial expense and earnings are computed, the projected valuation analysis looks to calculate the net present value, NPV, the internal rate of return, IRR, depreciation, tax expenses, and finally, a terminal value. Another financial aspect to contemplate is the payback period. Wayland and McDonald, 2016, define the payback period as the amount of time it takes to recoup the cost. When evaluating capital equipment and finances, an important question must be answered. Should the equipment be purchased or leased? Jordahl, Robbins, and Settlemyer, 2016, outlined important criterion to help with this decision. They stated, equipment with stable or slowly changing technological development would likely best be purchased. There are advantages to buying the equipment. First, the company would actually own the equipment. Second, there are tax incentives because the cost of some equipment can be deducted in full the year of purchase. Finally, for that equipment that does not qualify for deduction in full, there's a possibility for a depreciation deduction. The proposed Rover Standard Workstation by Interspace costs $1,256.76 each, with a total purchase price of $21,364.92 for the 17 units. Based on the most recent income statement for the ENT plastic surgery floor, the total patient days are on track with budget, but the total patient revenue is up 19.7% over the year-to-date budgeted amount. In fact, overall net income is 46.5% over the year year-to-date budgeted amount. The current and projected net income could support this capital expenditure. Depreciation is currently at 43% below the year-to-date budgeted amount. There's an opportunity for a tax savings through the depreciation of this equipment. There's no income that would be specifically generated from this equipment, so the cash burn would be the full amount of the equipment, which is $21,364.92. There's an opportunity to improve efficiency and save money, with a potential savings of $28,090.06 in the first year. The average hourly rate of the nurse is currently $31.18, and the unit employs 37.4 full-time equivalents, or FTEs. This FTE count represents 42 staff members. Current statistics on the unit show 55% of nurses on the ENT floor have 2 years or less of experience. Per Benner 1982, those first 2 years is when nurses are starting to move from novice to advanced beginner to competent. Competent nurses typically have 2 to 3 years of experience. Speaking from experience, many years ago, these novice nurses typically forget key supplies when going to perform patient care and have to make additional trips to the supply room. If there is an ability to decrease trips to the supply room by 1 or 2 trips per nurse per shift, this would account for substantial time savings and allow more time to chart and perform patient care to decrease the need for incidental overtime. If it is estimated that having supplies in the room would save a minimum of 2 trips to the supply room and account for 15 minutes over the course of each shift, using the average hourly rate of $31.18, the staff would save $7.80 each day. If the 3 shifts a week is taken into account, this would represent a savings of $51,072.84. Even if we only take into account the 55% of the staff that are novice and may be more inclined to forget supplies, this represents a savings of $28,090.06, which is well above the $21,364.92 requested. This calculation shows the payback period is less than 1 year. Based on this savings information of $28,090.06 each year, and with the use of Microsoft Excel, we could extrapolate a net present value of $44,082.64 over the next 5 years. This calculation is assuming no salary or staffing changes and a 10% discount rate. Using the same information, the internal rate of return would be calculated as 119%. Both these projections show purchasing this equipment makes financial sense. The second component of the 3F financial framework outlined by Waxman 2018 is FIT. FIT evaluates the alignment of the purchase with the strategic outcomes, organizational mission, vision, and values. Mukherjee, Al-Rahali, Lane, and Dunn 2016 echo this thought process by stating not-for-profit healthcare organizations look to accomplish their service mission more than increasing a monetary value. Furthermore, these researchers illustrate an importance to include those medical staff that will be using the equipment. Guimond 2016 explained, it's important that the capital equipment review team include those members of the hospital staff who will be using the equipment because they can bring a perspective that hospital administrators often lack. There were 3 options reviewed for purchase, and next this presenter will discuss the features of each option. The nurture table. This table is presented as an option because it is a replacement of the table purchased at the construction of the unit. This portable table with lockable caster wheels has an adjustable height work surface, but no storage capabilities. Aluminum Tempo Narrow 24 procedure cart. This procedure cart sits 36 inches tall and includes 5 drawers and lockable caster wheels. The top of the cart could be used as a work surface and has a pull-out table, but does not have an adjustable height. Rover Standard Workstation. This cart would be seen as a hybrid of the two other options. This cart has lockable casters for portability, adjustable work surface that expands from 36 to 48 inches, and 4 drawers for storage. It's important to also discuss the benefits of each of these features to help assist in making a decision regarding the purchase of this capital equipment. Adjustable height work surface. This feature is important because this allows the nurse to have a portable, clean surface to complete routine tasks as well as sterile procedures. Without this surface, the nurse is forced to clean off the patient's bedside table or use the patient and bed as a work surface for holding supplies. Many times, patients have many personal belongings on the bedside table. Using this table or the patient bed can create an infection prevention issue. Storage. The nature of care received by an array of patient populations requires many supplies in the room to include replacement batteries and EKG leads for the telemetry monitoring, oxygen tubing and quote-unquote Christmas trees for oxygen administration, alcohol pads, Band-Aids, gauze, red IV caps, and Kuros caps for IV care, not to mention personal protective equipment. The ENT patient population requires many additional supplies. These additional supplies include suction canisters and tubing, Yankars, suction catheters, gloves, tracheostomy brushes for cleaning the trachs, and replacement tracheostomies at the bedside. The current room, while beautiful, does not include space to store any of these supplies. For an additional $56.76 each, the proposed Rover Standard Workstation has the adjustable height table and 4 drawers to hold the above-mentioned supplies. Interspace supplied examples of these two models, and a nurture table was available for staff to review as well. These 3 options were presented to the ENT plastic surgery bedside nurses. It was decided by the nurses the adjustable table was of great benefit and the storage was necessary to help keep the rooms uncluttered and tidy, as well as giving the nurses supplies needed to effectively care for the patients. The 3 drawers of the requested nurse server will house all the supplies listed and needed at the bedside. The mission of the hospital is to take exceptional care of people. This is done by providing world-class health care, by delivering care in a compassionate, respectful, and responsive way, by advancing medical knowledge and continuously improving our practice, and finally, by educating current and future generations of healthcare professionals. These requested nurse servers will help improve the world-class care provided to patients by making the supplies readily available for quick and efficient care. Per Waxman 2018, the third and final piece of the 3F financial framework is feasibility. The largest factor of feasibility is having access to the funds for the purchase. With that, Women 2016 also adds the importance to ensure the time frame for replacement of equipment should not exceed 3 years, because any attempt to forecast equipment needs beyond that time frame could not practically take into account ongoing and inevitable changes in patient care delivery. The nurture table. As you will remember, this option was presented as a replacement of the table purchased at construction of the unit. This portable table with lockable caster wheels and an adjustable height work surface would cost $1,200 each, but has no storage capabilities. The total cost for this unit would be $20,400. The aluminum Tempo Narrow 24 procedure cart. Again, this procedure cart sits 36 inches tall and includes 5 drawers and lockable caster wheels. The top of the cart would be utilized as a work surface and has a pull-out table, but does not have an adjustable height. The cost of this cart is $1,240.71 each. The total cost for this equipment would be $21,092.07. The Rover Standard Workstation. This cart includes the features of both the other options. This cart has the lockable casters for portability, adjustable work surface, and 4 drawers. This cart is $1,256.76 each. Again, this is the requested equipment, and the cost would be $21,364.92. The difference between these three options is $964.92 for the total project. In closing, I'd like to highlight some key points presented today. First, there are 3 categories of the capital budget process when utilizing the 3F financial model. Those categories are finances, fit, and feasibility. Found within these categories, there were discussions regarding the income statement, net present value, internal rate of return, features of the 3 pieces of equipment reviewed with pros, cons, costs, and benefits. There was further discussion around the alignment of this purchase with the mission of this hospital. Throughout the course of this presentation, the objectives were successfully demonstrated. Specifically, the financial benefit of this capital purchase was shown. Thank you for allowing me to spend some time with you today discussing the need for this capital expenditure. I'd be glad to take any questions at this time, or please feel free to reach out to me via email with any questions or comments about the presentation. I have my information up there, but again, my name is Christopher Kavaliunas. My email is christopher.kavaliunas18@mckendree.edu. The following 2 slides list the references used in the creation of this presentation. Thank you again, and have a great rest of your day.